Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. In this tutorial, we will be talking about WordPress Excerpt. WordPress Excerpt is a very powerful feature that usually is used to truncate the words in our posts. Now, this is a very essential thing. Just imagine that each of your posts, it contains on an average 1200 words, and you are displaying 10 posts for each blog. Now just imagine how long it would have been in the first place of your website when somebody is loading your web and all he needs to do is just scrolling down and down and your website is getting longer and longer. So if we have a full view content of our posts in the front page, then there are some possible disadvantages regarding this factor. Among them, the first one is your loading speed of your site. It practically decreases, loading time enhances, and this in turn may increase the bounce rate of your website. So that is why it is very necessary to truncate the words of the posts in your first page, in the front page of your blog, to decrease those bounce rates and all sort of disadvantages into your front page. That is why we will be using WordPress Excerpt. Now, if we get back to our text editor, in the very first place, all we are going to do, we are going to wrap up first our contents of this individual part. There it goes. In the first place, we are wrapping up all of our contents within a container here. Then comes the row, and then comes call LG12. There it goes. Let's indent all of these contents a little bit. There it goes. So if we now get back to our project and reload, we can see that each of these, we have a problem right over here. We need to check. There it goes. Okay, now let's get back to our project and reload. So we can see that we have practically assembled our posts into a central position such that they look good. Press Ctrl+Shift+M, have a look into this mobile responsive preview, and you can see that every single post, those are practically aligned into a central position. Okay, now let's press Ctrl+Shift+M. First of all, head back to content.php, and here instead of this the content, we might be using here the excerpt. Now if we head back to our project and reload, we can see that each of these posts, those words are practically truncated into some fewer words right over here. By default, the length of excerpt for WordPress is set to 55. That means by default, WordPress is about to return first 55 words for each of these individual posts. So in the front page, we are practically returning a fewer amount of content into our page. But on the contrary, if we just head into each individual posts, we can see that in these posts too, our content is getting truncated into some fewer words. Now there goes the anomaly. If we head back to the front page, we can see that this is the magic word. If we click onto this post is practically supposed to display all of the content of this individual post. This is a magic word, and you can see that the same URL right over here. That means we are very much inside this individual post, but it is not returning all of the content, the full length content display of our post. Instead, it is returning the entire post in this truncated condition. So this is the thing that we need to take care of. In the second place, we need to define that the user, he has entered into a single post, and now it is essential to execute the full length display of this individual post. Now this is what we need to take care of in the second place. Let's get back to our text editor and let's head back to index.php. What we are seeing right over here. This individual structure, it in actuality is used to control the display of every single posts, of every single pages and of every single structures in WordPress. If there is no special template for any kind of single pages, then all it is going to do, it is going to use the default structure as been followed into the index.php of our WordPress project. So this is the thing that we need to take care in the first case. What is our index page doing? It is practically using the template of the content.php, and that is why inside this content.php, whenever we changed the excerpt from the content, all we can see here, we can see that this individual display is returned to us because this is a single post. In the similar way, if we talk about these pages, we can see that this is the page contact us, and here too it is returning the excerpted length to our users. So all of these things, all of these pages, the structural view of the pages, the structural view of the posts, those structures practically following the exact same index.php as default. And that is why in each cases, whenever it is a page or whenever it is a post, it is returning the same truncated version to us, as all of these individual templates by default are following the same index.php as the structure in absence of their own templates. So that is why in the first place we need to create some additional templates for these single posts or for these single pages and for everything. So in case of posts, the first thing that it follows the single.php in the present condition. So in the first place, if we get back to this template folder where we had created this content.php, now we are about to create a new file with a name of single.php. There it goes. And in the similar fashion, as we have put here this content.php, we are going to copy this thing from here. We are getting back to this index.php, this single.php, sorry, and we are about to paste everything right over here. And we are going to use the function. Instead of the excerpt, we will be calling here the function the content. So what will be the result? Is it going to fix them all up? Let's head back to our project, reload first of all, and if we now head back to each of these individual posts, we can see that there's practically no such change. So this is another thing that we need to fix up right over here.